Hi friends, happy Tuesday. This is our kind of dream team chat reinvented for tonight. And honestly, it might just be this way in some situations because of scheduling and just busy. It's busy season, right? And that doesn't just mean in the Scentsy world, that means in family life. And so obviously we know Alex is working her, what is it, like 8:30 to 5 or 4 or whatever, and so she has priorities there. And then my kids are doing sports this year, and so it's kind of just taking us all over the place. And so sometimes our dream team chat might look like this, where it's just a pre-recorded video, but we are going to try our best to continue and to implement obviously our Zoom meetings, because we know that that's important. That's an important piece of our community, and we really love it. We really love it. It is just one of those things where we have to prioritize what needs to be prioritized. And so where we can kind of fluctuate, or where we can implement a new thing to give you the same results, but in a different format, we're going to do that to the best of our abilities. So I'm doing a video and Alex is going to do a video, but kind of honing in on the same topic. And so what we wanted to do for this first Dream Team Chat of September was kind of just address, it's the fall season, right? Yesterday was the first of the month. That's so exciting. It is going to be an amazing season. I feel it in my bones. But I also recognize that we are overcoming, or we are journeying through together, the changes that Scentsy has made. And we've talked about them before, but now that we're in it, we see how it's affecting maybe our business, or, what we're doing, and we might have to adjust. We might have to pivot a little bit. And so I just wanted to kind of talk about those things with you, welcome you to fall officially, and share maybe what I'm doing. And then Alex is going to do a lot of the same in terms of sharing how she's working her business with her schedule and what her business looks like this season. Okay, but it is the fall and winter season, and I could not be more excited. I think Scentsy has really given us quite the opportunity in terms of the beautiful rebranding that they're doing. Many of our warmers, you'll see, have beautiful new shapes and textures, and this is just the beginning. This is literally just the beginning of that, and I can't wait to see what else they roll out. But obviously there's changes that impact us in the way that we work our business. One of those being that the catalog now that you can purchase on the workstation, you can still purchase catalogs. They come in packs of 25, but they're only 16 pages. So the friends that went to SFR saw these, but if you haven't ordered yours yet, I highly recommend it. You can get an actual catalog, okay? But there's going to be some very distinct changes. You're not going to find any pricing in the catalog due to the tariffs. Scentsy wanted to do what they thought was best in terms of making the pricing or availability as fluid as possible. And so they didn't want to have you as a consultant committed to the changes that might need to be made. They didn't want your customers holding you to what's in the catalog, but instead saying, this is what we have this season. Prices may vary. Unfortunately, prices may vary, but we haven't seen that yet. Obviously, we're 2 days in, but we haven't seen that yet. And I hope it doesn't, or if anything, it goes down in price, right? So we could see both sides of that, but that is why the prices are not in the catalog. But it is just a quick glance. And again, speaking to simplicity, you guys, that's the way that I'm choosing to view this. I know that a lot of people aren't huge fans of it, and I know that Scentsy is listening, and so we might see something different in the future, but right now, this is what we have to work with, okay? And in my opinion, there's nothing really wrong with it. It literally delivers what we need to, what we should be focusing on, and what we need to be sharing, right? It's warmers, it's wax, it's diffusers, it's our fan products, and it's the scents. Okay, that is the pinnacle of our business, right? So you can look at this and be completely prepared to chat with your customers, to share this with your customers. And so with this, what Scentsy intended was for us to be able to add our QR code. And so that's going to take some finagling on your end. However, there is a shop. It's called Polyshop. It's on Facebook. Polyshop. Actually, I have my computer right here. Let me look it up real fast. Because if you haven't joined this group, this is amazing. If you are not a techie person and you choose not to do the printing at Canva or anything like that, what she does is she makes stickers, and she has tons of stickers. I have a lot of stickers from her. They're really great, but actually what I had her do, it's Polyshop Designs, custom stickers and shipping supplies. Okay, long name, and if you need me to link it, I can. But it's really great because I had her create a sticker that has the QR code, and it says, scan this code for product pricing and availability. That's all it says. And it's a QR code that links right back to my website. And so when I get those stickers in, I plan on putting them right here or even on the front. Okay. And so adding your QR code, that's just what you have to do. Okay. And then they're going to be able to go right to your site and be able to look at things. And the awesome thing is that they're going to your site, and then they're going to be introduced to everything else that's available. And so they're going to get to see all of the other things. So there's that. But let's talk about the QR code and it going straight to your website. If you do not have an active PWS, this is where I'm going to tell you it's necessary. Okay, it is necessary. This season, it is going to be the investment you're going to want to make. And in previous seasons, I felt like we could get away with it a little bit because I've never not had a PWS, but I feel like we could get away with it because we had a big catalog and you could just show people everything that was offered. We had the harvest brochures and the holiday brochures and all that stuff, and you could just show them and then you could go and order. But the fact of the matter is that we don't have that. And so unless you're going to print everything and, adjust the pricing or whatever, and let your customers know if they're going to a website, they may order there. And if it's not linked, if you don't have an active website and it's not linked to you, then they could be ordering from somebody else, right? So it's an investment that you can utilize this season, and I think it would be best for your business. And just think of it as you're not spending all this money on harvest brochures, holiday brochures, bunch of catalogs, all that stuff. Instead, you can invest that money back into your business by paying for your website. Okay, so make sure that you have an active PWS. And then the other thing is that there are printables in Canva, and I will assemble all of those and share those on the team page and link them. But there's printables available in Canva. I did not create any of these. These are shared by other amazing Scentsy consultants. But they are printables that you can go in and modify with your information and then print them out. Obviously that's work on your end, but I plan on doing that. I got some premium paper and I'm going to add my information, and that will go in with my mailings or parties that I plan on doing this season. But the Canva, now is the time, right? Digital marketing, digital business means that we have to be able to, old dogs learning new tricks type of mentality. We have to be able to have a growth mindset and say, okay, you know what? I can take this on. And I promise you, I know Canva looks scary when you don't know, but once you play around with it, watch a video or two, you will get it. And I still don't even know all that Canva can do. I go in there and use probably the basic bare bones versions of Canva to create what I need to create. But the awesome thing is that there are thousands and thousands of creators, not even Scentsy consultants, who have created templates for you to be able to use. So you don't even have to be like creative. You just have to know what you're looking for and be able to simplify or add things or take away things to make it your own, to make it work for you. Okay. And so other consultants have done that for our Scentsy business. And so those are great resources for you to go back to, and I highly recommend it. If you don't feel like printing out anything in your business this season, that's okay. I don't necessarily think that it's necessary, but we'll see, right? This is the first season of us experiencing this kind of transition, so I don't know. I plan on printing out things, and we're going to go from there, but and we will share everything that we find. But that's kind of the brief overview of what this fall and winter season will look like. Testers are still available. I didn't get testers. I just got the stickers. I might get testers later on in the season, but this is one of those rack cards that's available. On the front, it's got, new releases. And then on the back, it's got returning scents. And so I was able to use stickers from previous seasons and add those to the back. And so I'll add those into the catalogs that I'm handing out or I'm mailing. The other nice thing about the catalogs being so thin is that this should only cost you a stamp to mail. So you can just tape it up and send it off to wherever it needs to go. So that's really nice. But yeah, this wasn't meant to be a super long drawn out thing. This was just to kind of introduce you to the fall stuff and what's going on. And then remember that for our Dream Team chats this season, we are planning on just doing the first and fourth Tuesday of every month as a regular scheduled Dream Team chat. And then between the second and third 2 weeks, and Tuesdays, we won't have a Dream Team chat, but we'll be providing resources and additional information that pertains to the Dream Team chat topic for that month. And that just gives us an opportunity to really dive into the action part of it, right? Because being overrun with training, right? Doing a training every single week on multiple topics, but not giving you an opportunity to actually implement those topics, or that training is detrimental to you. We're not doing you any favors by just overloading you with information. We want you to actually utilize this information and take it with you and apply it to your business. And so we're just taking that gap. We're going to see how that goes this season. Plus, obviously, busy season, so less is more. So we will not resume until the end of the month, but you'll see us on the team pages. We'll be providing all the resources and additional information. But your call to action for this week, or for the weeks to come, is to be booking parties. Okay. So I have a lunch party that I am, a lunch break party that I am doing next week. And then I'm going to ask the kids at some of the teachers at my kids' school if they'd be interested in doing one, because I've gotten 3 orders from teachers in the last week. And so I need to get down there and do a lunch break party with them, and get all these teachers ordering Scentsy. And so I'm going to check and see if I can do that. But booking parties, that's your call to action. So in the next couple of weeks, I'll be sharing some scripts and some parties that I'm booking and some things that I'm doing, and really just focusing on growing my network, because I'm trying to earn that incentive, y'all. And I'm trying to gain new customers. And so that is my plan, and that is what I'm going to encourage you to do. And I really, really, really recommend in-person parties. Get these fragrances under people's noses, get them seeing the catalog, get them seeing the new warmers. That's where the magic really is, and that is where the joy comes from a lot of the time. So if you're feeling burnt out or just kind of in a rut with your business, go surround yourself with people who love fragrance, and you will be rejuvenated. You will be so excited. So that's my advice for you. We love you so much. I hope this was just a little helpful, just kind of overview of things. I will provide the links for you. And of course, if you have any questions, I'm around. My inbox is always open. We can hop on Zoom. We can get on the phone. We can definitely chat about anything that you need, but you can do this. You can do this no matter what Scentsy has thrown out there, no matter what changes you may feel like are prohibiting you from succeeding. That is a lie. That is a lie from the enemy. You just have to be able to have a growth mindset and pivot. You just have to be willing to change some things. You have to be willing to implement new systems, or maybe simplify your systems. Like that is, and I'm not saying it's easy, right? It's not easy, but it's necessary and it's productive to your future. Okay. So I love you so much. I'll see you on the team page. Have a good night, everybody.